Welcome to Freeform Friday, where I'm going to attempt to clean these two comics. This one I'm going to have to give a bath because it's got all these water stains on it, and it's really nasty. And this one is just dirty and has some wrinkles, so I'll probably have to do a little pressing on it. Now, pressing square bounds, there's a special art to that, and I haven't done it a whole lot. So this will be an experiment for me as well. We're going to start with this one. Why don't you hang on for just a second. I'll run the intro and then we'll get started. Alright, I'm going to start with this one. And it's a little bit different. I mean, I still basically do the same thing. Find a backing board that's big enough. Should have one up here somewhere. Seem to only have the smaller ones right now for some reason. Yeah, they're all smaller. Let me go get a magazine backing board. And I'm back with a nice, good sized backing board to work on this with. And I'm just going to go and use a MacuClean on it and see what happens. Hopefully it won't take ink off. Very lightly. Using no pressure at all. We'll see what happens. Yeah, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of green. A little bit of the green came off. And that's going to be it for that for right now. So I'm going to set this off to the side so it can dry. And we're going to remove the cover from this because that's how I wash them. I don't have the cover on it when I wash it. So I got to turn to the center page. Now I have a lot of different tools I use to remove them, but my favorite is still my sculpting tool, because it's got that little dish-like part, and I can just slide right up under there. Right up under the staple and lift it. And the same thing with the other side. Get right up under the staple and lift it up. If I can. This one's being a little stubborn. It's a pretty stiff staple. That's a good thing. It means it's a quality product. Not really, but it sounded good when I said it. And we'll push the staples through. Start with the bottom one. Where's my little... Get my little piece of sponge there, and of course that's a Mr. Clean, or that's a magic eraser, and that's what I use them for, so that I don't lose my staples. Easy peasy. Now I'm not going to show you while I'm actually washing this, because I'm still experimenting with the machine, and I haven't gotten far enough to where I want to share it yet. But yeah, there you go. As you can see, it's got a huge tide mark on there that I want to try to get off, so it's going to take quite a bit. So yeah, I'll be back once the sad sack dries a little bit. I'll be back to show you where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and heat this up some with my little iron here. The big iron would do a faster job, but I'm not too worried about speed right now. Just want to warm it up some so that I can loosen the fibers of the paper and get that cleaning going in there nice and deep. Just moving everything all around here. So I'll clean it again. There you go. And that's got that one taken care of. So yeah, we'll let that dry, and I'm going to go check on the page or the cover I have soaking. All right, I warmed it up again. I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot more dirt off the front, not without starting to take the ink off. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over it with a water pad. And a water pad is nothing more than one of these. It's got water on it. And you see, some of the ink is coming off, and I don't want any more of it to come off than what it already has. So probably have a little too much water on that pad, so I'm going to go over it with a drier pad. Very gently. Just take a little bit of the water off. That's it. And the cover is already done. It's drying now, and so it's going to be a while before I can do any more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing to the back that I did to the front of this one, and then I'll press this one. Well, correction. I'll get the cover. Once it's dry, I'll reassemble it to the comic, to the inside. I'll probably press this because it's a little brittle. So I'll steam and press the inside, and then I'll press the cover, and then I'll put it all back together, and we'll see how it turns out. And then I'll do the back of this one. Now I'm not going to show you me doing the back of this one, because all it is a reprint of a repeat of what I've done in the front, and I just don't think there's a need for me to show you that. So I'll steam and press this. I'll finish drying the drying the cover. I'll steam and press this, and then I'll come back and reassemble the comic. Now I'm sure there are people out there that, why won't you show us you cleaning, you doing the water bath that I do? And that's because it's my process, okay? And I'm not ready to share it with the world. And, if you think that that's wrong, or you think that you should be privy to my secrets, then that's fine. Give me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter, because there are things that I'm not ready to share, and I'm not ready to share because they're still in the experimental stage. And until I perfect a method that's always going to work for everybody, I'm not going to share it. That's all there is to it. So, yeah, I will be back after this all dries and I finish the back side of this and get this pressed. I'll be back once I'm ready. Well, I decided I might as well show you what the cover looks like so far. As you remember, it was just a real dark brown all through here, and you can just barely see it now. The stain is still there. I couldn't get it all out. You can still see a little tiny bit of it here. Most of it is gone. I'm kind of happy with the way it turned out. It's got a little dirt here and along the spine. I might try to get that out. I don't know. I might just leave it. But yeah, it looks a lot better. Right now I'm flattening out the inside. I steamed the pages because they, you know, and now I'm flattening them so I can put the comic back together. And a little update on this one. The back of this is turning out pretty nicely. I'm going to go ahead and clean it one more time, I think, and then I'll be done with that. It's still a little tiny bit damp, so I'm not ready to clean it one more time yet. So yeah, they're all coming out pretty good. And so are the other two comics that I'm working on that I'm not showing you. I don't think it'd be a problem if I did, but these... I've got 10 Punisher War Journals that I have to clean for someone. I sold them to them. I told them I'd clean them and press them, and that's what I'm working on now aside from this. It's taking a lot longer than I expected because I keep having other projects that have to get done. So, yeah, there's a little update for you. Okay, let's see what these turned out like. First, take a look at the Sad Sack Laugh Special. Turned out pretty nice. I mean, it's still got some dirt on it, and I just didn't want to do it so much that it started taking a lot of ink off because it's nice and bright. So it's still got a little dirt on it, and but the back looks a whole lot better. You can see where the creases were, but it's better. I may go back and clean this a little bit more. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But regardless, I am going to give it away. I don't know to who, and I don't know when. But it is going to be one of the ones I give away. And it has a unique number on it. And it says that it appeared on this video. So there you go, and I consider it in very good condition. Now let's take a look at that ROM. Now ROM number 37, it's not a big deal. It's not worth much. The cover's a little crooked. Went on a little crooked, but that's still a little dirt on it. I might do a little dry cleaning to it just to see if I can get some of this off. But the stains, that's the big deal. You can just barely see where they were. And the inside of the comic is a whole lot better. A lot more supple. Again, you can see where they were, but they're light. It's not that bad. I would consider this maybe a VG minus. Yeah. I guess the staples didn't go in just exactly right. That or my when I pressed it, I might have messed up the cover a little bit when I pressed it. Again, I might do a little more cleaning on it. Maybe take an eraser and hit some of these white areas and see if I can take some of that stuff off. It might work, it might not. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. I think I'll do that later. But there you go, that's the two, and guess what? I'm going to give this one away too. Like I said, I don't know when, and I don't know to who. I'll figure that out later. When I've got about 10 or 15 different ones, I think I'll add them all to a wheel and let people spin a wheel once in a while. That might be fun. So there we go. That's it for this video. Wasn't the most informative one I've ever done. I didn't have a whole lot of time to do work on it like I was hoping to. But it is what it is. My work schedule is kind of messed up this week. So make sure before you do anything else, you keep an eye on when I'm coming up again, when my next video is. After all, I do release videos 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I conduct a live stream on Thursday evenings. So make sure after you watch one of my videos that you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. That's the only way you're going to keep informed of any new content I come out with, because sometimes, you know, I come on at the spur of the moment. And if you'd like to, you can support the channel by joining me on Patreon, or even just buy me a cup of coffee. There are links for that down below. Finally, don't forget, before you handle your comics, cards, collectibles, toys, whatever you're into, make sure you wash your hands. It's good for your collection, and most of all, it's good for your health. And we'll see you next video. Bye. Well, actually, we'll see you tonight on Horizon Picks auction. Might be some good stuff. You may want to check that out.